So this video, I was just out Brook Trout fishing. Actually, this is part of the. I only went to this creek to test out that fly that I posted the video from yesterday, knowing that this was creek I could probably catch a trout on a fly on. So I went to this creek with this camera, and I looked at the footage afterwards and noticed it got blurry as heck, and I'm really frustrated with this camera getting all fogged up. So like after 5 minutes of recording, this looks like this, and then there's just like a blurry spot in the corner of the waterproof case. And then after like 10 minutes of recording, like it's getting really blurry in the top of here from water condensing on the inside of the case. When I know it's from, well, it's recording, and every time I've been using this camera for a long period of time, that it begins to fog up inside the case, which is really frustrating to me. And then my footage is really poor quality because of the water condensing on the waterproof case. I don't know whether it's from the heat of the camera or whether it's from the just water condensing on the case. But there's some cause for this. If any of you other people have issues with water condensing on the inside of waterproof cases on cameras, you should comment below on this video. But it did feel good this day because although the camera was really foggy, I caught a whole bunch of fish, and it felt really good after being out on Lake Michigan yesterday and having a whole bunch of bites and not catching any fish. This day I still missed plenty of fish, but I still caught over half the fish that bit. So this is a fun time, although the fish were kind of small, and this creek has turned into a jungle where it's really difficult to fish. And I was just drifting worms down the creek. So this camera will record for like 3 hours and 39 minutes on a 32 gigabyte SD card. And it takes its battery, when it's fully charged, will record somewhere between an hour and a half. I don't know how long it'll last when in the winter time when it's colder, because I think I got this camera about 2 months ago. So I've just been recording while it's been warm out with it. And like this is the camera after 30 minutes of recording, and you can hardly identify what you're seeing, which is really frustrating to me. And it's either due to the high humidity or due to some issue with like the camera getting hot and causing water to condense on the waterproof case. And it's condensing on the inside of the waterproof case, which doesn't make sense to me. But it basically destroys the footage of fishing, where this would be a beautiful creek and I caught all these beautiful brookies, and now I just end up with this foggy mess. And like for $59, this camera is a pretty good camera, or $56. I'll go and look on Amazon for what I paid for it, and I'm fine with it otherwise. And its sound is pretty poor inside the waterproof case, and it's okay to decent. You can hear what it's like at the end of this video when I took it out of the waterproof case. So it works fine besides this one issue of water condensing on the case, which I was thinking about drilling a hole through the case so it could breathe to see if that would stop water from building up inside the waterproof case when I'm recording. But I don't know if I want to make it not waterproof by drilling a hole through it. That would also help it with sound in the waterproof case, although there is some sound in the waterproof case which you can hear. And here's what it looks like after 45 minutes of recording when I was done fishing. So yeah, we did well on brookies. We caught, I don't know, like 6 or 8 of them. It's just too hot to stand out here by the creek. I'm gonna go check out our cabin and do a little warm water fishing. So I'm gonna do a review of this camera because I'm frustrated with water building up in the lens. So like here's how the camera looks looking into this without the case, looking like in the shadow, and there's how it looks looking towards the sun and how it distorts its image. And I'm going to put it in the waterproof case and show what the waterproof case does. This is the waterproof case that comes with it.
liking the shadow. What the difference between the two is, and this camera came with a waterproof case, which this is actually attached to a GoPro head camera mount, and it came with 2 batteries and a USB charger for it and a few other accessory mounts for this camera. So that's what it came with. So I went and looked at the camera when I bought it. It's $54.97 on Amazon for this camera, and it actually says that it's 4K and Wi-Fi enabled, and I haven't tried out the Wi-Fi, and I bought this on May 30th, so I've had it for a little over 2 months. But then on the screen, when I click on it, which I probably can't read, it just says 1080p, and it doesn't say 4K. So I don't know if that might be kind of misleading with what it says in the description for the camera on Amazon. And it says it's waterproof down to 98 feet. I've only put it like 1 or 2 feet underwater because I don't really trust putting the camera too deep underwater. And it has a 170-degree wide angle 2-inch screen. And it came with 2 rechargeable 1050 mAh batteries and mounting accessories. And there wasn't that many reviews of it, and when I looked up the reviews of it, they all did it like right after they bought it. And they didn't notice the issue which I was having, which I showed in the video above. But otherwise, I would say for $54, this is an excellent camera. Its sound is okay. It's pretty bad in the waterproof case, as you could tell. But I've been happy with it otherwise, other than that one issue of it fogging up in the waterproof case. So I was thinking about either drilling through the waterproof case to allow it to breathe, which would also help with the sound, or buying a different waterproof case for you. But if any of you else has had this issue with this camera, you comment below on this video and suggest it. But it's been frustrating to me to have this issue occur, and it's happened like every time I've used this for a while. So I don't know whether it gets hot, whether it records, or why it does this. But that is really the only issue I've had with this camera. So thanks to you all for watching this review, and I actually have another review or 2 videos that I have coming out in the future. One on a fishing rod combo, and I was going to do a review on some lures I bought too. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel if you like my videos.